Ready for a deep thought? Sometimes it's not just knowing which way the pieces move. It's about knowing who moves the pieces. Huh? Pawn Sacrifice is the name of the movie. Tobey Maguire playing the infamous Bobby Fischer when he had his big match at the World Championships with Boris Spassky back in the day. Okay, so this is a movie about chess. Bobby Fischer, probably the most famous chess player to have ever lived, and the story surrounding that. And in that part of it, it's interesting. It works. But overall, it's just not that fun of a movie. It gets a little bit boring. Now, the reason for this is a couple things. Now, first of all, as far as positives goes, I think it's just all in the facts of the story. This is an interesting story to tell. The Bobby Fischer story is perplexing and confusing at times, who this person was, the mental illness that he dealt with, and yet how he was able to think so outside of the box to be the best chess player in the world for that year. The movie itself tries to set it up like a sports movie where you're following a team, or in this case, a person, and kind of their rise to being the best at what they do. And then, of course, the championship game and the ins and outs of that and how that happens. Here's the problem. Chess is difficult. Knowing all the ins and outs of chess is one thing. Knowing, which piece moves where and how to attack, that's fine. But the game is so complex when people like this play it because they're thinking 4, 5, 6, 7 moves ahead that it's hard as an audience member to really understand the gravity or what is amazing about what this person is doing. When Michael Jordan jumps from the free throw line and dunks a basketball, everybody gets it. That's an amazing athletic feat. When you watch Bobby Fischer move his pawn up 2 spaces, it doesn't feel the same because you don't get the gravity of it. And that's the difficulty this movie is dealing with. Add to that the fact that the performances aren't all that great. They're not bad, but they're just not phenomenal. Tobey Maguire is serviceable as Bobby Fischer, but I found him a little bit over the top and a little distracting. All I'm left to do is to root for the story. And if I don't fully understand it in that way, that's difficult for me to do. Overall, Pawn Sacrifice is a movie that fails because it just can't give the audience what it needs to get excited about what's going on the screen. Add to that, performances aren't great and it's a little bit slow, and I can't give it anything more than a C+. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can check out more about the channel by clicking on the cards up in this corner. We'll get to the best ever challenge, by the way, here in a second. Once you click on the cards, it'll shift out. You'll see some other reviews that have happened recently, as well as links to the website, how to donate to the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. Follow me on Periscope if you don't mind. Search for Aaron Dicer in your Periscope app. I Periscope every single movie I go to, which is every single movie that comes out. And it's a lot of fun. Have great conversation there with you. And you can subscribe to the podcast as well. SiftPop, SiftPop, in iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you do your podcast. Okay, on to the best ever challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in our particular category. And also try to identify my choice. Let's go with the best board game movie ever. Now, it doesn't have to be about a board game, but where a board game features into it prominently. There are actually more than you would think. Mine combines the world, a director from the Marvel Universe, and then actors from the Twilight Universe and the Hunger Games universe. There you go. Take a guess at mine in the comments as well as leave yours. I'd love to hear it. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds to hit the subscribe button right down here.